Hello and welcome to the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja. And right over there, she is my podcasting partner for life. She is the beautiful and talented Miss Savannah.
Hello, good evening. It's 40 below here.
Hopefully back for the entire episode this week.
Who knows?
But you never
Who
know.
knows
That's why we keep her around, because she's exciting and keeps us on our toes. Even further over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
Hello. Okay, good. I was worried there for a second because it would let me into the live chat room and everything. So I'm in. Hi, everyone.
I mean, you're here, so.
Well, yeah, but it
You're
was like,
chatting right now.
it was getting all antsy and angry at me for trying to join and watch us in delayed 5 or 6 seconds time.
How dare you?
I know.
Well, the conversations get thrown out there, and information and promise of money and things don't change. So
Nothing. No one. Who's promising us money? No one's promising.
no
us.
one's
Yes.
promising
What?
us money, but
Oh,
to remedy internet issues, money has been promised, and things don't change.
Money is a change. Did you rub the money against your balls first before you gave it to?
did you do that, Josh?
You know that might have made things better.
Okay.
Or worse?
Yes, just as a tip for anybody out there that might work in food, don't be in the food processing area wearing your gloves for food safety and then decide to scratch your nuts with your gloved hand and then go back to making whatever product you might be making. Not gonna break too much kayfabe, but I saw that today and I was shocked. Well, I
And I've only
I
ever
didn't
worked in-
see it for my my eyes. I saw what happened afterward, but apparently this has happened.
I've never worked in a food industry where someone actively shoves like their hands into where their crotch is.
Well, here's the thing. The question there were many questions that were happening, but the question I kept coming up with was, this is a security issue on top of everything else, because were there any gummies in his hand when his hand went into his pants?
Theft.
I'm breaking a little bit of kayfabe, but like it's a security issue as well,
Yeah, some
because that's where
gumballs
my
were
brain
in there.
goes, But I
I don't know
guess.
about security, but just like theft. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. That's a security issue if someone's
I
stealing.
suppose.
But it's not my job, so it doesn't matter. See, I'm breaking kayfabe. But apparently, that's the crazy shit that can happen on 2/22/22.
Maybe he was smuggling it out to bring to old Slugworth.
Maybe so. fucking points on the fucking Willy Wonka.
Deep dive there.
I don't even know who in the weed industry a Slugworth would be. Like, I guess somebody of a competing product, would
Maybe.
be like,
I mean,
hey,
if you guys had something like groundbreaking or something,
right. Well,
Not saying you don't, but just let you know.
the protect kayfabe. One of the places I have worked was we all know I worked in dispensaries. One of the dispensaries I worked for, the company itself also had a concentrates lab where they produced wax and shatters and whatnots. Everybody that worked in that facility had to sign some sort of an NDA for some reason. And I don't know why is I telling you guys this?
I don't know.
No idea.
Yeah, neither do I
Slugworth.
anymore. Oh yeah.
Slugworth.
So like that guy was kind of like a Slugworth in that sense, because he was like, but I guess Slugworth wanted to know all the information, where this guy was like, you can't tell anybody anything about this product.
So he was the Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who's the Willy Wonka of weed?
Yeah, so it's that guy. Yeah.
Only his product. See, the problem was that he was using propane in his product, because that was that's the only way. So there's two ways. There's a bunch of ways to extract THC from marijuana, but the big two ways is either propane or butane. And when you use propane, it comes out very, very light in color. And his shit was coming out, no shit, crack rock white.
Ooh. Nice.
And to the point where people were coming into the store and being like, yeah, I'll take that one, that one, that one. When did you guys start selling crack? Like, well, that's exactly what crack looks like. Well, first of all, how do you know that, sir? Or
how do you know that? Yeah.
But yeah, so we all figured it was propane. And when I asked one of the concentrate employees, they were like, I can't say anything. And
it could have been a propane accessory that made it happen.
But in the process of making it,
Hank Hill.
If you claim you don't use propane and you do, that's lying to the customer, is it not?
Yes, and I think also illegal, because don't you have to like disclose that kind of stuff?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
especially in an industry such as that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But it's treated just like alcohol, Savannah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like alcohol.
I'm sure it is.
Because even in your heaviest of drinking days, did you ever go to the liquor store and reach your maximum amount of purchasable liquor?
No.
Did you know that there is a
one
limit?
time of alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
Does it vary by state? Because one time I bought 1.5 liters of Everclear, and they asked me what I was doing, and I said degreasing an engine, and then I left.
Apparently, there's no limit of alcohol in California. You can buy all the alcohol.
I mean, at some point, I don't think you can walk in there and just start buying thousands of dollars of alcohol before they ask you for some sort of retail license.
We have
wholesale.
Well, you could do it for like, hey, I'm hosting a party and I need $1,000.
And I'm really stupid and haven't gone to a wholesaler for this.
Right.
Instead,
but I don't, my friend and I, we bartend private events and we buy cases and cases of wine,
Boxes and boxes of wine.
Boxes of wine.
Cases.
Yeah. Cases of boxes of wine.
No. These are nice events that we do.
I went to a nice event last week.
And what did it entail?
Treating somebody to fondue.
Gross.
I mean, I'm lactose intolerant, so was
it even any fun?
Oh yeah, it was a great time. I ate a box of lactose pills beforehand, so I was good to go.
Gross.
So the fondue was fondue.
No, it was fun.
I guess the question is,
wow.
Took you guys a minute.
That was my wordle for today. Yeah, no, it's the process of melting cheese and adding bread and stuff to it. I mean, I don't know when that became fancy.
Well, I don't know either. I fucking.
It's like, here's a bucket of cheese. just put stuff in there. It's good. It's fine.
It's a bucket of molten lava cheese. Good luck.
I mean, they do that. They come by and the broth or whatever is like under this lock and key thing where they have to unscrew it for 5 minutes to take the lid off the thing to put it on the heating tray. And I don't know. What the fuck do you guys just say? I'm having issues because there's like 19 things going on this side of things, and I'm trying to be a producer and a host, and I'm failing. So
Wait, do you have graphics and sound effects for Fondue?
no,
Oh
no, but I'm trying to investigate that.
No.
Are you in the chat, Francis?
I'm not. I can be, but there's nothing happening in the chat.
Yeah, there's nothing happening in the chat.
Because I got a message that says the chat isn't working. That's why I'm asking if you guys are in the chat, because I'm.
Oh, it's.
Yeah, there's Francis.
There you go.
So, yeah. No, it's anyway, to me, like,
No, it's not fancy.
Yeah, I don't find that. I find that more of a mess than anything else. You know,
It's poor people fancy.
I mean,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I'm poor people fancy because
saying that about you, Josh. I'm just saying, like, it seems bougie, but it's not. Also, Josh is poor.
I mean, I thought it was pretty fucking fancy. I got dressed up for the event.
I guess I just don't understand it. That's the thing I don't get. Is like how I don't understand why it's fancy. Is like, to me, fancy is when they light your food on fire right by your table. You know,
like a hibachi grill.
No, like a flambe, right? Like, here's your food. Hold on a second. You know, yes, we have. Yes, I realize we could burn this place down any second right now, but here, let me cook your food in front of you for like 30 seconds and then serve it to you.
But I think that dinner that we had in Seattle, Francis, was like the bougiest thing I've ever fucking participated in. Like, I've never been given. I've never been given plates of food, right? And at the end of it, they're like, "Here, have a hot towel."
Well, no, okay. So
I was confused. I'm like, "What are you supposed to do with a fucking hot towel?" Like, am I getting a shave here in a second too?
We ate at a place called the Capitol Grill. Our waiter had a business card so that we could ask for him personally next time we go to the restaurant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, he had his own business card as a waiter.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how bougie it was. Josh and I had just gone to Emerald City Comic Con, and we're still dressed in our geek clothing. So much so that management refused to go to our table to see how we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
The guy went to every other table. Was like, "How's your meal? Oh, very good. Oh, thank you. How's your meal? Oh, that's great." Looks at us, turns around and leaves.
Yeah. I think there's even a little subtle shake of the head of no.
Oh no, the peasantry.
The peasant is here.
Oh god, the peasant. We'll let Charles take care of the peasantry. Yeah. I'll just move on.
That's why we were also. I think that's why we were in the corner as well. So we were away from the rest of the restaurant. So
where's Patrick Swayze when you need him?
Right.
I mean, you know.
Fucking points.
Wow.
Points.
So yeah,
nobody puts Frances in the corner.
No, her name was Frances.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
mm-hmm.
No. So that's the thing is, we were dressed casually. We ate at a restaurant that was definitely black tie, right? Like,
why did they even let you in then?
I don't know.
Francis flashed him his fucking silver credit card, and they were like, "Oh, okay."
Maybe. I guess that's what it was.
No, I don't know.
Hey, all I know is, like, yeah, I can afford the meal. I'll pay for the meal. It's not like I can't afford this food. Take my money. You know, who cares how I'm dressed? But
how fucking weird is, like, fucking dress codes for restaurants? Like, that's so stupid. Yeah. Like, sorry, you need a suit coat to eat here.
Well, there's a barbecue restaurant here called Piccolo. I think it's like
barbecue, like the messiest fucking food ever.
If you come in with a tie, they will cut your tie off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so it's the opposite. Okay.
Yes, and then they staple it to the wall.
Mm-hmm. There was
So-
the Trail Dust, a steakhouse here used to do that, and there were thousands of ties all over the fucking walls because then it just became a thing you did.
Right. It ended up being more of a gimmick, like a fun gimmick, more than it was like, oh, look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants, coming to our barbecue restaurant.
You guys ever eaten at like Dick's Last Resort?
Yes. Where they get angry at you. Or
oh,
they're mean
no.
to you intentionally.
They like verbally harass you on
Yeah.
purpose and like,
Yeah.
yeah. Did I tell you my story when I went there?
No, what happened?
No, go ahead.
We were super hungover, like super hungover, and we just wanted
good.
to eat, just crabby and tired and hungover and like starving. And we get like this is the only we were at the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota, second largest mall in the North America.
What's the first?
The one in Edmonton.
Oh, okay.
That one has like a fucking submarine that swims around.
What?
Anyway, yeah. But so we go to this Dick's Last Resort, and I was just not in the fucking mood. Like I was just not. Like our server comes and she's like, "You guys all look like shit," and I'm like, "Well, I feel like shit, so I need a Bloody Mary like right now," you know. And then she like sits on the table, fine, whatever. She puts her feet up on the table. And I just stared at her and like she was like trying to like, hi Ginger. She was trying to like, you know, still be mean and bitchy and stuff. And I was just like, get your goddamn feet off the table right now, or I'm calling public health.
At least she didn't stick her hand down her crotch.
And then she just left me alone for the rest of the day. Like, they didn't make me a hat. Like they did none of that. Like they picked on everyone else, and I just fucking glared at them the rest of the time.
Were you aware of the gimmick when you went?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I knew. Like we knew what it was about. I just like it was the only place that was open, and I just like was not having it. I was just fucking crabby, and like. It was and then she literally she like sat on the table and then like crossed her legs, so she like pulled her feet up, and I just like looked at her and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like gimmicky restaurants are. I don't think there's any more other than Dick's. I don't think there's many gimmicky restaurants anymore.
Hooters, Margaritaville.
Yeah, but Hooters. I mean, gimmicky in the sense of where they
Twin Peaks.
Well, like for instance, we had a restaurant here called Bobby McGee's, where people were dressed up as fictional characters, but then they served you as the character. So if they were dressed up as Cinderella, they acted as if they were Cinderella, and they were serving you food as Cinderella, right? Or they acted. Or we had. I remember the last time I went. It's gone now. It's been gone for like 20 years. But some guy was a bellhop, and which would make sense, right? Bellhop waiter. But he's like, he's just like bobbing his head and he's like, "Oh yeah, what can I get you?" And he's acting all over the place. And it was probably the last time I had seen something that's gimmicky. Because Hooters, they just, they dress up a certain way, but they don't act weird in front of you. They just
I mean, kind of though.
They
like
do.
they
flirt with you.
They don't really flirt. I mean, they do and they don't.
It's a game, right? But they're encouraged to be friendly.
Yeah, but like they like sit on their stools and they and like pogo sticks and stuff like that, and it's just whatever. Yeah, they have pogo sticks. One time my dad was like, "I got this," and then fell.
I've only ever
slipped
been to
on an oyster and ate shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I went to Hooters once, and it was with a client at my work.
Wow.
Apparently an older gay gentleman, loved to go to Hooters, and
The food is not even good.
he liked to spoil who he liked to call his daughters, who were all the women who
Oh
worked
my
at
gosh.
Yeah, it was
Oh my
really
gosh.
weird. It was weird. He had like a supply of their uniform in his trunk so that he can give them stockings and like weird crap like that whenever
They have to pay for their own stockings.
Yeah, they have to pay for their own stuff.
They
So
have a
he
vending machine.
he had him available. He's like, oh, I like to take care of my daughters, you see. And I'm like, okay.
You
anyway.
Hey.
They also drive a fucking Studebaker and
I'm telling you, he was a weird dude. He was the weirdest dude.
Pants up to his nipples and
yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was
big old swinging chain.
yeah.
kind of, yeah. He was a little pimpy. He was a little what do you call it?
Did they all just like bring money out as soon as he walked in, like kind of a coyote?
No, they're like hi, and they say his name, and she's like hello, whatever, and he would just be like, he would just ask them what was going on. Hey, do you have enough of this? I got some for you, and I'm like, oh, okay. And we just have a conversation while he would get, and he'd get his stuff from his car and give him all this crap, and I'm like, oh, that's really weird.
That is really weird.
Yeah,
My
it's really
sister worked at a Hooters as a hostess, because she wasn't 21. She was 18, but she wasn't 21, so she didn't have to wear the uniform. She actually got to wear a polo and like khaki shorts, but they had to be like the shortest shorts on earth.
Sure, yeah.
And she still had to wear like the tights and stuff too, but yeah.
I mean,
That was the only reason we went there. And then like I started going there to watch wrestling because it was the only place that played pay-per-views in town, and then they closed, and then the WWE network took over. So
I mean, I ate some of their food. It was fine, I guess.
it's not though. That's the thing, is like it's not. Like everyone's like, oh, their wings, and it's like, no, they're terrible.
Yeah,
they're subpar at best.
Yeah.
Their beers are warm. They're always out of like egg rolls. Like it was just always it was never good.
I was just I wasn't spectacular and it wasn't memorable, but I didn't think it was bad.
It's not good.
Yeah.
I think I've
yeah.
been there 3 times maybe, and yeah, I've never walked away and been like, oh man, the fucking food was phenomenal.
Well,
I'm gonna have a business meeting here someday.
well,
Like creepily sell these fucking uniforms out of the trunk of my car.
he didn't sell them. He just gave them away.
He just gave them to him.
He just gave it to him. He apparently made enough money. He's like, I got money. I'm gonna make sure these girls are taken care of. No, look, if you want to class the joint up, fondue. Add some fondue to the Hooters.
The trick, Francis, is once the cheese is nice and melty, you pull out the string cheese.
Why?
What?
So you can cheese the cheese, man. I don't know. People like cheese. I don't fucking like cheese that much, but some people fucking do.
I appreciate that. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, I think.
Hey, man.
Oh, man.
One day, when you're at the fondue place, you'll be sitting there and you'll think, "Oh fuck, I wish I had a thing of string cheese right now."
But like, do they let you bring your own food into dinner? Like,
They don't fucking
I
frisk you at the door and shit.
But like, if you just like pulled string cheese out of your pocket, it was like, like
They don't.
like
what
if I
restaurant
was a
have?
server, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Well, maybe I
Actually,
don't
if I
want
was
to go.
a server at a fondue restaurant, I probably wouldn't even give a shit, and I would just be like, whatever.
I don't know what restaurants you go to in the fucking Midwest there, where apparently the management and ownership stare over your table as you're eating, but nobody gives a fuck. Like, if I cared about what people thought, I wouldn't have got high in their parking lot for a half hour before our table was ready. And people are driving by, and my car's got billows of fucking smoke coming out of the windows.
But doesn't it defeat the purpose to bring cheese to a fondue place? Because you're just adding cheese to the cheese.
I'm not saying I threw the whole thing in there. I'm like, hey, you can dip the cheese stick in the cheese. You know what? Fuck you both, because you know what? It was fucking cool.
Wait, did you do this?
Yes.
String cheese?
Yes.
Josh! What?
Did you peel the plastic off?
Yeah.
So when you dipped it, did you like pull the strings out?
No.
What?
Do not what the fuck me. You brought string cheese to a fondue restaurant
Yeah.
for the purpose of dipping cheese in cheese. Are you listening to yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was fucking cool.
It's like bringing your own bread to a Subway. It's just like
I just want the toppings and
Bringing your own weed to the gummies. Just eat some Flintstones gummies and chew on some weed.
oh my god.
You know what? I'm not taking you guys anywhere. I'm doing anything fun with you guys, anything.
why would you bring me to a fondue restaurant, Josh?
I wouldn't take you to a fondue place.
You dick.
The funniest thing is, if Savannah and I were there, we would be on the floor just crying when we saw the cheese. You just pull it out of your jacket and like, okay, I got this.
Guys, this is gonna be fucking awesome. What did your date do? Like, what
She thought it was rad.
no.
Yeah. You know what? And the fucking people across from me, they went, what the fuck? And then I heard the wife say to the husband, oh, I wish I had some string cheese right now.
No, she didn't.
She did
What?
too.
Wait. Okay, so wait a minute. You did mozzarella. So string cheese is mozzarella cheese. What cheese did you put it in? Did you just
I don't know, whatever the fucking cheese they gave us. I don't know.
So did it melt?
The mozzarella?
Yeah.
I mean, if you left it in there, it would have.
So, did you put it on a stick?
So you just needed a vehicle to get the cheese into your mouth at that point.
Yeah.
Ginger, I'm dying too. Like, this is too much.
Remember, we're also talking to the fucking guy that would pop a can of Chef Boyardee ravioli, shake some Parmesan cheese in them, and just eat the motherfuckers. So
That's fine though. That's a different
yeah.
story. You didn't go to an Italian restaurant, open up your
Like, add ravioli on top.
that would be fresh.
like, I'll have your spaghetti. No toppings. I got that covered.
Got it.
I brought my own sauce.
SpaghettiOs on top.
You brought your own jar of ragu. It's like, no worry about it. Just give me the noodles. I don't need anything
This
else.
is way better flavored. Trust me, guys.
It's some ragu,
God.
man. Don't worry about your fucking 13-hour made fucking sauce.
It's not good.
Well,
Wow.
you know what? Me and my date had a great time, and she thought it was fucking awesome.
good.
And the
I'm
lady
glad,
across from
you
me
know.
thought it was rad too. So
You guys can all go back. Did I ever tell you guys?
they probably
I
won't
went
let
to-
us, but we smelled like weed so much when we got there, they probably would not want us to come back, actually.
Don't know. Come on.
No.
It's a legal state,
I know,
whatever.
I know,
You weren't
I
the
know.
first.
But
You weren't the first.
It's like I'm probably not allowed back at the theater after I went and saw Moonfall and died. Just fucking died.
You saw Moonfall? You saw
Did I not? We talked about this.
No, we didn't. I saw Moonfall.
Did we not?
We
I
didn't
don't
talk
think
about
so.
Moonfall.
I remember
Let's
talking
talk
about
Are you
the
kidding
movie.
me? Yeah.
We talked about the
Moonfall.
movie a little bit, but we talked about it. We never talked about your experience of going to see it. I don't believe, not at
Oh
least
my God, you
recorded
guys.
anyway.
Oh my god.
Was
Have
I
you
there?
guys watched it?
I have. I've seen it.
No,
What did you?
I thought it was stupid, but I thought it was funny.
isn't it like the old fucking like Transformers storyline of bringing Cybertron to Earth and shit?
No.
No.
Well, look,
No.
when you have a character whose line is "What would Elon do?" You don't take the movie seriously, right? Like you
Okay,
just
the
don't.
thing is like it was like structured like Armageddon. You know, like the trailer made it seem like it was, it was serious, a thriller, space thriller, but like had light moments in it,
Mhm.
like had those comedic points in it. But it just like the first 45 minutes not solid, but there, it was just enough, and then it just fucking tanked. Like all their writers left, and they just went to Reddit and were like, guys, what are all of the cliches from every movie ever? It was one after another, and it was just like I had maybe had some tincture, and I was laughing the whole time so
Maybe.
hard. At one point, at one point, I can't even remember what he said, but I just said no because it was so cheesy. I was
Well, let's
laughing
see. I
so
mean,
hard that, that everyone glared by the time that we left. Like I had mascara running down my face. I was
wow.
laughing so hard, and nobody else was. Like
Well, okay.
it was like
So,
silent, and like I was laughing. It was like echoing in there. Like nobody else was laughing. And I was like, are are they taking this seriously? Am I too high for this right now? Like
I mean, yes. Second,
Probably.
probably, yeah. No, my theater was fairly full when I watched it, and people were kind of into it, I guess. Not really. They were sort of into it. But nobody laughed. Like there were no funny moments.
oh my
Nobody.
god, no, it wasn't funny. It was so bad. Like
Oh,
every cliche that they said, I was just like, are you kidding me? Like just like I
well,
was dying. There was no like when they like, the moon is helping us.
right, because the moon was a
A
rogue.
sentient being, or like,
Uh,
and then and then when they had like the two different, when they were like eons ago, our forefathers, and you're like, okay, maybe, and then they did the exact same thing for the other side, and it just like, what? It just,
yeah,
they did that twice, and then it was just cliche after trope after in one liners, and it just, I was like, is this a comment? Are we being pranked right now?
well, look. So Roland Emmerich, who's the guy who did this movie,
Yes.
recently complained about how there are no original films, and he's one of the last few original creators of movies. Hence, Moonfall.
There was
Um,
nothing creative or new about that. Everything was stolen from something else.
but I mean, look,
Was it on purpose? Are
he
we being punked?
he did Independence Day.
Yeah.
He did all the movies. He's pretty much stealing from his old movie. He's literally just taking from his old movies and just putting it all
I'm
into
pretty
one
sure they
film.
said welcome to Earth.
Did they I don't remember that? Because there were no aliens really to talk about. The premise is Alexa fights back. Like that's pretty much the premise of the movie. Is in the great
In the
past.
last like 10 minutes, they explained that. And you're like, wait, what? The moon is
Yeah,
helping us.
right. So yeah, they do a huge
Just like,
exposition dump, like in the form of a Patrick Wilson is stuck in like the Matrix type thing. It was really interesting that they decided
I'll
to
explain
go.
it all later.
Yeah, yeah, I love that they just like
And they just don't.
we're nearing the end. We're nearing the end of the movie. We gotta explain everything. Like, what's the best way to do it? Oh, I know. We're gonna just info dump in like just real quick. Just info
Just
dump
like,
everything.
at that point, I was like, am I losing my mind? Is this movie real? Is anything real right now? That's the point that like I was like disassociated times 10 to the point where I didn't even know. And I was like, I need to watch this sober now. And I'm afraid to.
Well, my favorite part is like, not a lot of death in this movie except for one major character, and they all kind of shrug it off at the end.
Yeah.
They're like, it happens.
just like right at the beginning, and then at the end when they're like getting back in the old spacecraft, and he's like, hey, his death wasn't your fault, and you're like, what? Just cliche after trope, and it was just painful.
Oh, I guess there were two deaths. You're right. There were two deaths.
There was more than that, because then there were those 3 astronauts, and they all got.
That's right. They got speared in the face.
Yeah.
No, it's
with a moon ghost. Yeah.
Look, it's a stupid movie.
Sounds like Ghost Ship.
Look,
I would watch Ghost Ship. First of all, I fucking love Ghost Ship. I was just talking about how much I love Ghost Ship. I would watch Ghost Ship 10,000 times. Yeah, before watching this again. Like
But was Ghost Ship brought to you by Lexus and Kaspersky?
No, and the whole time, like, it was like a fucking Lexus commercial. God, in the beginning too, he was like, "Oh, I sold that guy 2 cars this month. He can help us." And it was like, "Wait, what?" And
so it sounds the more you're talking about it, it sounds more like Sharknado.
Yes, but Sharknado was on purpose.
Yeah, Sharknado was.
Yes, it's like one of those B movie flicks, but had a massive budget with Halle Berry. Like, she wouldn't have signed on if this was a joke. Like, I was like, is this like the Scary Movie kind of like riffing? And that's where I got so confused, where I was like, is this so bad that they're doing it on purpose? Or was this written like this, thinking that it was a good movie?
She did Catwoman, okay?
She also thought that was a good movie, which had a big budget. Benjamin Bratt was in that movie.
She's not against doing terrible films. Patrick Wilson is not against doing terrible films. Like, these guys aren't against it. The dude from Game of Thrones.
No. What a great time
for him.
Yeah, what a great time for him to be frozen.
Perfect. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. So we'll wait for Francis to fucking finish his thought. Or he's in fucking middle of a stroke or something.
Yeah. Oh my god. I have one more line to say in there, and I need Francis to come back. Cliffhanger.
Hey, Guapo, what's up, man? Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to try and remember where he's at there. Wow.
Everyone go watch it. I need to just discuss it with somebody. Like, it's painful.
Well, you did mention before we hit record that you're also watching, I think you said it was Love is Blind.
Love is Blind, season 2.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit you said about that, it sounds just as horrible as this movie.
Well, yeah. However, it is. Why I can't think of words right now because my brain is gone. It's reality TV. It's reality dating TV. It's garbage. You know that I love that trash garbage. Season 1, yes.
Oh, Francis
we lost
dropped
Francis.
out. He'll be back.
Guapo, when you get to season 2, let me know because I have some parallels that I'm drawing already.
Oh shit.
But it's but I also watch hours and hours of Love Island because I just love trash reality dating. So,
Francis is back, so you can finish your thought.
What were you saying when you froze?
I don't even. What it was the last thing I was saying when I froze.
Oh no!
You guys were talking about Moonfall, and you were starting to say something, and you paused on just the most perfect of like.
It was like the perfect. You're like,
yeah, if we were to take a picture and like put it on the news and shit, it would be like that picture they would use. Like, here's a picture of Francis Fernandez.
No, I was just saying that they're not that they were, they were all part. They knew they were getting themselves into this movie. All of those guys don't do are willing to do bad movies. All of them, except
But
I think this is what's his face's first movie, the Game of Thrones guy's first movie,
yeah,
isn't? Yeah.
Sam Tarly.
And look,
I
it
just
was funded by, it was funded by Tencent, which was why China was our savior in that movie, right? You're like, okay, all right, whatever, that's fine, yay. But yeah, it's an odd. It's I think you watch it because things explode, people get thrown around, the kid gets thrown around and has not a scratch on him. A tree freaking falls on this dude. There's
That came out of nowhere though, like, and then the tree was just not on the dude, like, and then the son, like, fuck that whole other plot line with the son not driving. It's like, do you know how to drive this? Yeah. At the end, the other one-liner where they're like, "Why do you care so much? She's my ex-wife."
Oh, right. The general guy. The
He's
general
my
guy, right?
ex-wife, like,
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah, look,
"Ah!"
Moonfall.
And, hey, Dad, thanks. I'm really proud of you. Okay, son. And his son's name was Sonny.
Yeah, the son's name was Sunny. The guy's name was.
There's a
You
guy
know-
you can't trust.
I mean, to contrast the moon, you have
Yeah.
Sunny, right?
Oh, yeah,
okay,
To
sure.
Contrast the moon.
God, it's just
you know,
awful.
I
Just-
almost thought that he was gonna have a romance with the foreign exchange student. Like
Mhm.
it felt
Oh,
like they
yeah.
were setting that up, and they
and they
didn't.
spoke German, and right, and then
The
she
kids
and the
spoke German, I
no,
think.
and then she and the kid were speaking German together. Like that was their
man.
to like, yeah, God, oh my God, Josh.
Look, Savannah got way more of a kick out of this movie than I did. I was just more like,
Josh, get to the level that I did and go watch it, please, and then
Yeah, I'll, that's what I need to do is just get like super baked and just watch these movies, or like take a tolerance break and then watch these movies because, yeah, I don't know.
I'm detaxing right now because I'm trying to get into a clinical study. I have to take
fun.
a piss test, so I have to take a piss test on Monday. So I need to.
Cranberry juice.
Yep, I've been
Lots
drinking lots of
and lots and
water.
lots.
Yeah, water with lemon, all the acidic.
Mm-hmm.
So
anyway, it sounds like you guys were talking about blind justice.
Love is
whatever it's
blind.
called.
Yeah.
Love is blind. Yeah.
I was just Josh was like, you watch stuff like that, I can't blah blah, and I was like, yeah, but
Well,
it's
we needed
just
something to
trash
talk.
reality
We needed
TV.
something to talk about before you
That's
came
true.
back, and it's
That's very
just something I had jotted down before we hit record. So I'm glad I did because we were able to chit chat with that while you were finishing your
While you were-
fucking stroke.
Yeah, well, I hope I was hoping I was this.
You were.
You know.
Yeah, you were. Your hand wasn't up, but you were making a point.
Yeah,
And then yeah,
Science.
that's the thumbnail.
it was great. Yeah,
Yeah, no. Naked and Afraid. What's it called again?
That's
Love
a
is
funny
Blind.
fucking.
Love is Blind.
Naked and Afraid is
The
a funny
premise,
show too.
for those who don't watch it, other than Guapo, it's like 15 people, men and women, go into these pods and they talk and they all meet each other, but they don't meet. They talk and they never see each other. So the whole experiment is like, can you fall in love without meeting without actually seeing them? Like, is love actually blind? Can you get past physical appearance? So they like talk for 10 days and then they have to decide if they're gonna get married. Like, there's no dating. Like, it's just like they propose, and if they say yes, then they go on this like Mexican vacation. Like, they're in Cancun and for like a week, and where they really get to know each other and bond and stuff. And they're like, oh, we're so in love, and then they live together. So they like, the first season was in Atlanta. And this season is in, yes, they are good looking, but like not like crazy overly hot though. But
No, but but if you need if to make the game work, to make a reality show like that work, you need averagey looking people.
and they are average. Like there are some that are like holy shit,
Mm.
but then there's like gorgeous women or or like super jacked up men but then there are also like average people, and there are like this season there are a couple girls who like just lost a bunch of weight, so they're still like super self-conscious and like like not super sure and confident and like and stuff like that. But like so then they like move after their like Cancun vacation, they go and they move in together, and then after 4 weeks total, like from meeting day 1, 4 weeks from that, they get married, and then they have to decide if they are going to get like they literally walk down the altar, and then they're like
But so they do get to spend time together.
they
in
do,
person.
yeah.
Okay.
But then so like when you're in like in the pods, and then in Mexico, yeah, it's easy to like think that it's gonna work, and then you kind of like you go back to work, and like and like somebody moves into the other's apartment or whatever, and then they're like meet the parents, and then their parents are like, why the fuck are you getting married? You just met this person, and then but like what's interesting is like this season there's an Indian couple, like and they neither of them have ever dated an Indian person before, but they're both Indian, like grew up traditional Indian households. And like the one mom was like, why would you even do this, but like was literally in an arranged marriage, like
Okay.
how can you do that? And so or like was like super skeptical of it, but like had tried to put her daughter in an arranged marriage prior to that, like, and so it's just it's whatever anyway.
Okay.
It's so it's updated weekly, so I haven't watched all of it, but I am caught up to the point where we're just about to get to the weddings.
Well, I think this is an easier kind of dating show than like some of the others we've seen. What does the Guapo say?
It is, but they call it an experiment too, like on the show. Like
I mean, it is definitely a social
and
experiment.
they were like, can you? But like the best part is that it's hosted by Nick and Vanessa Lachey.
Okay. I mean, like, how long have they been together?
At least 10 years.
Yeah,
Probably.
because he was with what's her face,
Jessica Simpson.
Jessica
They were only
Simpson,
together
yeah.
for like 3 years, something
Yeah.
like it wasn't very long.
Mm.
So okay, I mean that's good. I'm glad he's doing something. Now that 98 Degrees is no longer a thing.
I don't know. TikTok is bringing back all the boy bands. So
I mean, were they really ever a thing, Francis?
98
they
Degrees.
They were not. They were like second tier. They weren't Backstreet Boys in sync, but they were close.
They're like O-Town and
yeah, they were a little better than O-Town. They were kind of like in a tier of their own,
Yeah. They seem to somehow at least
Boy band Christmas
reach kind of almost the levels of like NKOTB, like they're almost there, never quite the heights
so
of a Backstreet Boy or NSYNC.
Well, if we're going with that, then was Belle Biv DeVoe a boy band?
Not really.
No, because they were more.
But they all sang. They all had singing parts, and they had harmony.
Yeah, but like, would Boys to Men be a boy group then?
I mean, I would throw that in with the same argument.
Same with
because it's R&B and not pop.
Yeah. Yeah.
But those songs were poppy as fuck.
That's boy band versus R&B.
Yeah.
But
like
you're
a boy band in the
lyrics are
genre,
the same.
but like it doesn't matter. It's different music.
Yeah, that's why All for One was never considered a boy band either, and why you always pair All for One with Boys to Men. You never see Boys to Men, All for One, and like.
What about Another Bad Creation?
Who?
Y'all know motherfuckers don't even know about Another Bad Creation.
No.
It was Boys to Men, Belle Biv DeVoe, and Another Bad Creation.
What did they sing?
I don't know. They were kids.
Wow.
Wait, are they like
Crisscross?
It was like
Crisscross,
it was like crisscross, but it was like Bill Biv DeVoe and Boys to Men, but children.
I've never heard any of these songs before.
Did they sing? Were they the ones that sang "Pass the Dutchie"?
Another Bad Creation?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. They had Playground, Jealous Girl, Aisha, and apparently they were called ABC because
Mm.
you know,
Hmm. Another Bad
Okay, maybe.
Creation.
Who sang "Pass the Dutchie"?
just like the
Musical Youth.
Mm.
just like the Jackson 5 were never considered a boy band, right?
No,
But-
but they were a pop band.
They're a
But they
pop
were
band.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're never a
Right.
boy band.
I mean,
Boy
I think,
bands
we're,
are
I think we're
manufactured.
splitting hairs really on that because if you have 5 dudes in a band and they all sing and have fucking harmony, that's a boy band.
No, because I think they're more manufactured. Boy bands are more manufactured,
Yeah.
while these
Fair.
other
Yeah.
ones are a little more. They came naturally. Right?
Yeah. It's
Fair.
like why wasn't, like there was like the pop stars Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, why wouldn't like Whitney Houston be considered that, or Mariah Carey,
Yeah,
Same
exactly.
thing. They had people write songs for them and they were on popular radio, and
I mean, I put them all in the same bucket.
you do not, Josh. You're a goddamn liar.
They're all pop stars. I
You're just
mean,
being a contrarian on purpose.
maybe. Maybe. Because
That's why-
you gotta have some kind of controversy on every show of some kind, right?
I
So-
suppose.
Well, sure. And I guess boy bands. The boy band is the hill you'll die on. Versus,
yeah.
Wearing Heelys at a like a coffee shop or something. Because you're talking about slippery floors before the show started. Like, I was like, oh, we'll just wear Heelys then.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
That'd
that
be
wouldn't
sweet.
end in disaster for sure.
Yeah, I could do that while my hands were down my pants.
Are Heelys still a thing, by the way? I don't
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they
Oh,
are
yeah.
for a certain age group. They might be for an older group if they could fit into children's shoes.
I recently saw like a video on Reddit of an older gentleman in Heelys pretending to be like an X-Play kind of extreme, like skater or whatever, and he would just Heely down like a little ramp and like make weird jumps because he's in shoes. So he'll do like jumps and he'll do like tricks and then go back on his Heelys again.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember soap shoes?
Yes.
Soap
They had the
shoes were
grind.
rad.
They had the grind bar in the middle.
Yes.
Oh, no,
They had, it was like a skater shoe that had a plastic plate in like the arch, basically,
Yeah.
and it ran down I think the center of the toe, or the center of the foot as well, so you could do like a 50-50 grind or whatever.
Oh, really? I had only
can't
ever
re-
seen the one that was just right in the middle.
But either way, you can run up to like stairs or a railing and jump on it and just slide down on your arches of your shoes. Basically, it was rad. Never had a pair.
Yeah. So like when you couldn't have your rollerblades, you could just fucking.
Yeah.
Like if they weren't lighting up, if they weren't light up British Knights or something, I didn't care.
British Knights. You knew you were watching a good episode of Double Dare when they were giving away some British Knights.
But those weren't the light up ones. Were the light up ones?
Light up ones
Stride
were
Rite.
much later. There were no fucking light up shoes when I was a kid.
Not when we were. No,
When
we had
I
the pump.
was there was.
When we were growing up, it was the pump shoe. You had
Yeah, I had the
Mhm,
Reebok
mhm,
pump.
mhm. Nike.
Hold
yeah.
on a second. Okay,
Yep.
I'm ready.
Yep, now
I didn't have to work yesterday because it was President's Day and I work for the government, so holidays exist for us. And
Flex.
and and I was just like scrolling through Netflix or Hulu or something, and Robin Hood Men in Tights was on. And I was like,
Oh,
"Yep,
classic.
this is what I'm watching today." And he was like, "Hold on, I am running out of air," and then he like pumps up his fucking Nike Air. Like,
Yes.
what a
Shoe.
stupid movie! I love that movie.
What a dumb gimmick for shoes too. But you know what? They sold thousands. Spike Lee helped sell thousands of those shoes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It was great.
Can you tell by the background barking that it's time for me to go?
Yeah, it's getting close for you. Yeah, I guess it is.
Sorry.
So
your alarm?
Sorry, that's like my alarm is like
Right.
him being like, it's been an hour. Let me outside now, please.
before we go, something that really matters only to a few gamers out there. But Street Fighter, Capcom released or announced Street Fighter 6, and in the same breath of announcing it, they sucked all the fun out of the logo. I'm gonna pull up
Look at it.
the logo. Give it a few seconds. If you're watching the stream, it'll pop up for you. But I have all the logos of the first 5 Street Fighters up, and then Street Fighter 6.
Boy, they did make that corporate, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. It looks like fucking clip art to me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, there's no. It's very corporate.
Yeah, that's tournament. That's all tournament stuff right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's all just so that they can put it on T-shirts and on polos and on jackets. It looks better that way. It's more
badges, pins. Yeah.
I get that, but it sucks all the fun out of that logo completely.
But nobody. Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
see them kind of.
Before you say anything, Francis, look at the 5 logos and how they are all pretty much exactly the same.
Very 80s.
No. But the 5th one definitely looks like they were going towards it, right? Like the V is very big, so it looks like they were trying to do kind of like what they're doing with the new San Francisco logo over here. And they're just making it to where it's like, hey, we can put it. It's not going to be words because we can't just put words on a thing. But we can definitely put the V for 5 on a thing, and we could sell it and make it look sexy, like a dog, like a
corporate.
Mm-hmm. I didn't realize we had like, yeah.
You didn't realize what?
I like that I forget that we have like the space like over here.
Yeah, well, I mean,
splash.
Yes, over there. Well, see, the thing is, we have less space now because of how we're doing things and. Discord not separating their audio and video files, so we have this big block in the background that only leaves that little space over there next to Francis. But that is all of my bullet points for this week. It's a tighter show this week, and Savannah's obviously out of time as she looks around her room at her multitude of dogs that she needs to go take out into 40 below temperature.
Yes.
Is that coat weather for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I had to blow snow today, and it fucking sucked. Because it didn't matter, because the way, it's only 15 below, right? But with wind chill, that makes it the 40 below. So you're blowing snow, and then it just you're in this vortex, and it just blows back in your face, and then your face is wet, and then it freezes, and then you just die. Then you're just dead. So.
Who is the snow person? Anyway,
Huh?
Everything you just said, and you're blowing snow, and it gets on your face,
Jesus Christ!
I got it right. I just
unimpressed.
Okay. You're right.
That is
right.
That is the look of unimpressed.
Yep.
Well,
I'm over winter. I'm over it.
I know. Oh yeah.
I think we can all say that.
We're almost there. The time change happens next
month. What do you mean?
Month, I think.
We're almost there, Francis.
No.
You never even. Your state hasn't entered winter in 115 years.
Have to mention that. It doesn't matter. I don't. It doesn't matter if I don't.
We have another blizzard rolling through. It's never ending here.
The thing is, I'm not upset with winter.
Yeah.
but I understand that everyone else is.
Maybe I need to move, and then it'll be too hot all the time, and then it won't matter. So whatever.
Well, depends on I don't know.
I did
not get hail. I got hail last week. Last week it hailed for a whole day. No, it just rained today. Just nice showers all over. I washed my car yesterday, so it rained today.
Of course.
So
that's how it goes. Yeah.
As the world turns. So, oh well.
I turned the key this morning and my battery was like, we need to be changed soon.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah.
And I went, oh god.
Oof, you don't even want to think about that.
Yeah.
But all right. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all those sort of things, hit all the buttons.
Road to 50.
Road to whatever we reach. Because I'm trying to like do too many things. But yeah, everybody have a great time. See all the information at the top of the screen if you're watching. That's how you get in contact with us if you're watching, or if you're watching the audio part. If you're listening to the audio, call us 314-764-7631. You could text, call into the show, or voicemail, and we'll play it. What else? POI Podcast for all the places you need to find us, and you can email us at thepoipodcast@gmail.com. Yep. Say anything you want to say, because that's it. I have no more words.
Like, subscribe, heart button.
Yes.
Smash those buttons.
Smash the
And,
button.
Smash them.
We'll be doing a moto vlog here this week. No, actually, I was offered to buy that overpowered scooter thing for a really great price. I just can't do it.
Oh, right.
Can't do
we'll
it.
have to talk about that later.
Can't
Next
do
week.
it.
Next week.
Maybe one day. Anybody, have fun with your dog, Savannah. I will talk to you guys
I will.
later. Bye. See you. Bye.